Welcome to Wealth Street, where we elevate you. Did you know that mastering an ability has nothing to do with talent? Talent is a great thing to have, but it can only take you so far. When we look at famous athletes, actors, and singers, our first thought is always how talented they are, but most of the time, talent is only a part of their success story. Yes, they do have the talent, but they have to do a lot more to succeed. What anyone really needs to master an ability is practice. Practice is what separates good from great. This might sound like the most obvious thing in the world, but the shocking truth that is a lot of people don't really know how to practice their talents. And we're not talking about mindless repetition here. The key to mastering anything is deliberate practice, and that's why in this video today, we bring you the secret of mastering anything. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Your support in this way helps our growth tremendously. Practice with a very clear goal in mind. Kobe Bryant's career in the NBA was nothing short of excellent. He won 5 NBA championships and 2 Olympic gold medals, and his net worth reached more than $200 million. And it wasn't only talent that made him become so good at basketball. Even at the top of his game, Kobe never faltered with his practice and always practiced with a goal in mind. There is a story from the 2012 Olympics that really nails down who Kobe was. A trainer named Robert was working with Team USA in Las Vegas to prepare them for the Olympics around 4:15 a.m. Kobe called him and asked him to help him with some conditioning work, and Robert got ready and headed to the gym, where he found Kobe drenched in sweat. He had already been exercising and practicing on his own even before Robert arrived. They did conditioning training for an hour and 15 minutes, then strength training for 45 minutes. After that, Robert left while Kobe continued to practice. When they met again for the actual training of the team, Robert approached Kobe and asked when he had finished his training, at which point Kobe told him he just finished because he had wanted to do 800 shots, and he did so. To recap, Kobe Bryant started training at 4:30 a.m., then lifted weights from 6 to 7 a.m., then practiced 800 jump shots until 11 a.m. So you see, Kobe wasn't just practicing for the sake of it. He had a very clear goal in mind. That is deliberate practice. It's not just mindless repetition. It's having a clearly defined purpose in mind to improve your performance. Quality over quantity. Break down your activity into smaller tasks and focus on quality. You can repeat one task over and over until you have mastered it before moving on to the next one. You want each step of the process to be as productive as it can be by giving your all in short bursts, which are better than working all day when your mind is on everything else. Staying focused for long periods of time can be difficult, which is why you want to break it down into smaller periods. It makes it a lot more manageable. This can also be applied to the beginning of an activity you don't necessarily want to go off the deep end right away. That could drain you of your motivation, and sometimes it's better to start small but stick with it. And with starting small, next is start small but start now. Josh Kaufman, a best-selling author of books on business and skill acquisitions, mentions that the first 20 hours of practicing a skill are the hardest, but they're also the most crucial. He says you can't aim to master skill right from the start, and you have to instead focus on achieving small goals within those first 20 hours. Learn the basics of whatever activity you're going for, and then you'll be on your path to mastery. Motivation is crucial to achieving your goals as well as perseverance. But sometimes, waking up with that motivation can be hard. If your goal is to lose 10 pounds this year by going to the gym, start by just going there even if you don't exercise. Make a decision every day to leave the house to go to the gym. You can stay in the parking lot if you want to, but do it every day and eventually, you'll get the courage to step inside the gym. Focus on starting small, like walking on the treadmill for 10-15 minutes every day, then you're jogging, then you're running every day, but you have to start somewhere. Working your way from small and easy tasks to more complex ones allows you to be more motivated and persevere. You'll feel like you're winning and getting better every day. Get feedback in the moment. It is important to have someone who is ahead of you to watch you do what you do sometimes. because they can help give you feedback, which is very crucial in your development process. Feedback is about being efficient with your practice. Let's go back to the example of Kobe Bryant. Why do you think he wanted help in this training? I mean, he was Kobe Bryant. But the truth is, for practice to be effective, you need feedback. Because if you're practicing in a vacuum, you'll have a hard time seeing what your flaws is or what your flaws are or how to improve. An outside perspective can be crucial to know how to reach your full potential. When you're practicing, you want to know right away what you're doing wrong or right, and descriptive feedback is what allows you to keep improving. When you practice without feedback, you could be repeating the same mistakes without even knowing it. And this could actually lead to you developing a bad habit instead of the results that you're looking for. Feedback can help you recognize your weak points and be proactive even more in those areas of weakness. Humans don't like it to let things go easily because we are creatures of habits. That's why we want to start off on the right foot from the onset. It is the reason we stick around in jobs that we hate because we think we have already invested too much time and effort and sometimes even resources. So we don't want to cut our losses. Instead, we double down and continue until things inevitably fail. The New York Times bestselling author James once said, "What looks like talent is often careful preparation, and what looks like skill is often persistent revision." Most times, we see top performers and high achievers like Kobe and Serena Williams, to name a few, as gods when in reality, they just put in the time to practice until they become the best of the best. It is impossible to become great overnight. It takes time and commitment. When we look at the people at the top of the mountain, we forget about all the work they put in to get there. No one is born a master of anything, but you have to put in the work to become one. Experts are made, not born. Bruce Lee even once said that he does not fear the man who practices 10,000 kicks once, but he fears the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Because if you know about Bruce Lee, then you know it's not a good idea to be on the other side of his kick. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and comment down below. See you next time. This is Wall Street, where we elevate you.